Hi, my name is Stephanie, founder and chief control freak of the most revolutionary loan originations technology on the market. Before founding defi, I was on the lender side for 16 years. The technology options that lenders had were weak. They could choose from an out-of-the-box system that took too long to implement, gave minimal control, and required calling the vendor for all changes. Or they could choose to build the system themselves, which was costly and distracting. When founding defi, we made sure to focus on all the lenders' frustrations to create a loan origination system that could get you up and running quickly and economically while still putting the control in your hands.
I'm Chris, a software developer at defi. I've been involved in technology my entire career, and I understand the challenges that lending systems face from the development side. We're going to show you how our system fixes many of the problems and frustrations that lenders have with their current limiting archaic systems.
So for the presentation, we're going to go through 5 ways we give lenders back control. First, you control your implementation. We've created an easy, streamlined process so that you can get your system up and running immediately. After going through the steps to set up your system, you're up and running in days, in weeks, instead of months and years with traditional systems. Here, Chris has jumped into the wizard. He's going to enter a tier name. He's going to call it Gold and write a description. Once he hits save, he can hit complete and go to the next step in the wizard. And the next step, he's able to write a rule to tell the system when it should select the Gold tier. In this example, he's going to create a rule that says when the custom score is greater than 600 to assign the Gold tier. You can use any fields in your database to create rules. You can even create custom fields, which we'll show you in a minute. Once you've completed all the steps of your wizard, you're up and running, simple and fast. Second, you control the fields in your database and your screen layout. With most systems, if you want to create custom fields, it requires you being on your own code base or impacting other customers. With defi, you can create your own custom fields immediately. They can be data entry, drop-down, formula, or you can pre-populate with a set number or with a field from another part of the system. Once you've created your custom fields, these can be used anywhere in the system to create rules or used on user pages. Chris is going to jump over and show you a user page. So maybe you would get this user page out of the box. And we've all been part of requirements meetings where everybody argues about what the screen should look like, what the layout should be, what fields should show on each page. So maybe you get this page out of the box and you decide that your underwriters would really benefit from the credit policy section being on the top right, and maybe you want to rename a few fields. If Chris acts as the system administrator and goes back to the administration page, he can drag and drop the credit policy section to the top right. He can also rename the fields and change the fields as needed. And once he hits save at the bottom of the screen, he can go back to the user page and you can see the changes reflected immediately. So now the credit policy section is in the top right, your field names have been changed, and you can customize the system to your needs. Next, with defi, you get ultimate control of your pricing. Not only do we let you upload rates and fees, but unlike any other system, we let you come up with multiple pricing options for each deal. Back in the configuration pages, you're able to set your X, Y, and Z axis and a number of other rules. Here on the user page where Chris is, you can then further take and expand or contract your matrix, scroll right and left, and center the matrix to the decision that you want to send out. One of my favorite control points of the system is definitely the scorecards. When I was on the lender side and my boss would tell me we needed to implement a new scorecard, I would get physically ill because it meant we had to call the vendor, pay a lot of money, and wait and wait and wait for the scorecard to be implemented. By the time they finally implemented our scorecard, it was stale. In defi, you can create as many scorecards as you want. You can use attributes from anywhere in your database, enter the bin, high and low, put a point value associated with it, and you can even wrap a formula around the sum of points. Once you've created your scorecard, you go to the next step where you can create rules where you tell the system when to select that particular scorecard. In this example, Chris is creating a rule that says when the bankruptcy indicator equals no, to select the non-bankrupt scorecard. So you can have scorecards built in hours instead of months and even years with other systems. Second only to the pain of integrating scorecards, I found, was integrating third-party data sources. In other systems, they had to be hard-coded, behind the scenes, and done for every vendor. In our system, we create easy-to-use configuration pages where you can see all the data that is being sent, and you can map the data to and from the third party. In addition to the integrations with the third parties, you also control what data goes to your data warehouse. So you're not stuck using the schema that we have defined. In this example, Chris is showing you what we might have out of the box to send to your data warehouse, which you can use or choose not to use. If you choose not to use it, you can simply hit New and upload your own format for how you want the data to come to you. We all like to be in control, and with Defi you can be. We've combined lending experts with technology experts to create the most cutting-edge loan origination system around. We'd invite you to stop by our booth and say hi, get your own defiSOLUTIONS Control Freak badge, and test drive our system. Thank you.